Hey, this is Ryan Mix, and I'm gonna flip this house, and I'm gonna do it using none of my own money. People say you can't do no money down deals anymore. That's absolutely not true, and I'm gonna show you right now. Now, I don't know when you're seeing this video, but obviously I'm filming this segment in the wintertime. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna film each segment of this process and to give you a real life picture of what flipping houses is really like. Because if I could be honest, flipping houses in the real world is not like what you see on TV. So I'm gonna go inside, I'm kind of cold out here, and I'll keep explaining in there. When you're flipping houses, there are 4 different types of costs that you need to calculate before you even get to this point, okay? Area number 1, acquisition costs. The acquisition costs, these are all of the costs associated to get your deal, to buy your home. Your second cost, and the obvious one that everyone thinks of, are your rehab costs. This is how much it's going to cost you to fix this house up to get it to a point where it's going to sell. The next type of cost that you need to calculate, selling costs, okay? So before you buy the home, make sure you have a good idea of what your ARV is, after repair value. How much are you going to be able to sell the house for? And then you need to calculate your selling costs. Work backwards from that. Realtor commission costs. You're going to have closing costs. And then the fourth cost that is really, really critically important that almost everyone forgets are your holding costs. These are your mortgage payments. These are your utility payments, your taxes, your insurance. I want to tell you a little bit about this particular deal because I mentioned that I'm doing a no money down deal. So I'm going to share with you exactly how I'm going to structure it to finance the acquisition costs using none of my own money. Was a very, very traditional financing technique. I did bank financing for 75% of it. They, of course, want 25% down, so the other 25% from a private investor. Of course, my last piece of the puzzle that I need to figure out are my rehab and holding costs. Where am I going to get that money? I actually just got this offer in the mail the other day. It's a credit card offer, and it's basically a 0% balance transfer offer for, like, I don't know, 16 months or something. I'm not going to be sitting on this house for a year. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to write myself a check right here for $5,000, and it's only going to cost me a $150 fee to do this. How am I going to finance the rehab cost of this? Check this out. I'm actually financing them with a credit card. If this rehab goes a little bit over $5,000, which it probably will, I'm still going to keep this a no money down deal. I'll just take whatever other money I need from my line of credit. That's a bank's money. So I'm going to finance my rehab and holding costs with a credit card first, because this is much cheaper interest than my line of credit. Anything else left over, my line of credit will be next. There you go. That's how I'm going to flip this house using absolutely none of my own money. Okay, I'm sitting at my bank drive-up window right now. I'm getting ready to deposit this check from my credit card offer. This is a check for $9,000. Check this out. Last video that I filmed, my limit on this card was $5,000, and I don't know why I didn't even think of this. It dawned on me, why don't I just call my credit card company and ask them to increase my line? So I called my credit card company, asked them to increase my line, and they gave me a limit of $10,000 now. I basically get to use an additional $5,000 here on this job for absolutely free, because this offer, the fee to use this was $149 maximum, no matter what my limit was. This is the cheapest money that I could possibly get anywhere. This is my rehab and holding costs, and this is how you do a deal with no money down. Do you have measurements for that vanity?
Here it is, lean it that way.
test this wall. Good morning, it's a bright sunny day out here. We just finished the rehab. The house looks really good. Let me take you around the outside first to show you what we did, and then I'll take you inside. Outside, you can see we painted both front doors. They look really nice. Back here, you can see all of the previous hail damage has been fixed. New mailbox, new front door color, makes a huge difference on the entry here. What you can't tell on the camera is that new carpet smell. That makes a big difference, knowing that this place has had work done, that it's new. New vanity, new mirror, fixed the cabinets, brand new carpet on this hallway here. Carpet and paint made the world of difference down here. Fixed all the drywall. Laundry room, huge difference. Painted the floors with a nice concrete paint, and bathroom, really put a lot of elbow grease into the bathroom. Caulking, paint, and this shower looks really nice. Huge difference from what it did before. So this is a nice, clean, comfortable basement. Nice, clean, comfortable house.
Holy crap. All right. That's night and day from the last time I was here. Not like what we had before. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks great. Between 163, we're gonna quickly look at all these.
Hey guys, so it's the beginning of May right now, and my realtor just sent me an offer for our flip house. It's a decent offer. I will accept it. I did sit on this property for 3 months. And I want to be honest with you. I want to be upfront and show you that this is a real deal. You're coming with me every step of the way of this real deal. Not all of the times can you stick a for sale sign in the yard and buyers are just knocking down your door. It doesn't always happen all the time. It's happened to me a few times before. I sat on this house for 3 months for 3 reasons. One, this was actually the worst winter in recorded history for my market. There are buyers that come by in the wintertime, but there are a lot more buyers that come by in the summertime just because no one wants to be moving couches and TVs and all of their furniture on snow and ice. So the weather really worked against us this winter, and I had to sit on the property a little bit longer. Number two, one of the complaints we had about this property was that it was on a corner lot. There's absolutely nothing I can do about that. Can't do anything about the winter, can't do anything about the corner lot. The biggest complaint though we had about the property, and the reason why most buyers just did not pull the trigger on it, this house was originally built in 1930. Okay, and the layout, of course, was from 1930. Biggest complaint about the layout was the bedrooms were too small. That was it. I could have made the bedrooms bigger. I could have changed the layout. But for me to change the layout on this property would have been a massive rehab project. At the end of the day, all I would have had was a slightly nicer layout. That's it. I wouldn't have had any more square footage, still would have had 3 bedrooms, still would have had 2 bathrooms. It's worth it for me to pay a little extra in holding costs, pay an extra month of mortgage payments or extra month of utilities or whatever to make sure that good buyer comes along, make sure I can keep the price low and in a really attractive range. It's much more advantageous for me to do that than go in and spend another 2 months on rehab and another $30,000 changing this layout. So the way we did it, the strategy we did it, was the right strategy. Okay, so we're about a few days away from closing, and I've got an electrician outside doing some last minute repairs on the property because of my buyer's inspection contingency. That repair out there is going to cost me about $2,000. Not a big deal because I've already factored that into my numbers, but if you were not expecting that, that can be a shock. So make sure when you're flipping houses that you anticipate stuff like this and you do your numbers accordingly. Even before you buy the property, you plan for stuff like that. It is a beautiful rainy Friday afternoon, and I just got back from the title company closing this house, and I'm walking away with a check for $46,873.24. This is why I love flipping houses. I flipped this house using none of my own money, none of my own labor, and I sold it to a first-time home buyer who's really excited to move into their very first home this weekend. Before I got into real estate, I had never held a job that paid me more money than this in an entire year. Now I'm cashing checks like this off of one deal. This is going to be a really nice payday for me to go into my weekend, and this is exactly why I pulled the trigger on getting into real estate.